What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So I've been gone for so long, man. It's been a few things going on, life all around, and your boy been feeling kind of under the weather. Even a couple times I tried to film a video last week when I was feeling better. Got a little man now running in here every once in a while, so he loves being in here with me, so it's all good. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. We got WrestleMania, we got life all the way around. We got NCAA tournament, just a lot of stuff. Let's get into it. Yeah, so WrestleMania, day one was yesterday, Saturday, the most stupendous WrestleMania on the face of the planet or something like that. That's what it is, slogan or Logan or whatever it is. Their slogan. And so far, I would say for night one, they're living up to the hype now. I'm big into wrestling right now. It used to be like, huge fan. I just fell off after a while. And that was really the time it was like kind of really all the big names were kind of like gone or fading away or whatever, and they started having to build a new brand. And here comes your Stone Colds, your Rocks, your all those type of people. And they started getting excited again, and they adapted that new attitude. You know what I'm saying? Ruthless aggression and all that type of stuff. The Attitude Era, those type of eras. But now you have like a crossroads where they didn't have competition or anything like that until AEW came along, and now AEW is pushing that card. They're not there yet, but they're pushing that card. Like, hey, we're bringing that exciting wrestling back. We signing all the stars that don't want to be a WWE, or you don't want them there, or you don't want to pay them, or they're being underutilized. And here's the thing about underutilization of me in the wrestling world and stuff. And I'm starting to see all those little characters. Like when you grow up and you see characters like Junkyard Dog and let me see, $1 Million Man, Jake the Snake Roberts. You hear those type of names, and then you hear like Tugboat, Earthquake, Doink the Clown. These are like gimmicks. These are things that maybe have been tried again, but they're being repackaged up, and it's almost like a comic book character. No slight at anybody, but it's almost like a character that you have that they play their position. Then you're gonna have your Hulk Hogan, who's just like the big draw. That's gonna be the #1 guy. Ric Flair, and then you're gonna have those guys that kind of try to make their way up there to get to that big level and challenge, the #1 guy. And that's what I think a lot of people, we don't have a lot of anymore. Because if you're kind of like playing your position and your character is supposed to be like a goofball or some kind of gimmick, it kind of just gets like nowadays, because we've been through the Attitude Era and everything, it gets kind of corny and stuff, and you kind of get lost in the shuffle. So you ended up having to reinvent yourself, But you don't want to, when you reinvent yourself, you don't want to take too much from somebody that doing the same gimmick right now, or just haven't done it. I mean, have done it before, and we're old enough to see that, you know what I'm saying? So, or know who you're trying to be like. So, it's been interesting. So I'm starting to see those characters come back, especially in the WWE, those little gimmick characters and stuff like that. So, yeah. But WrestleMania, let's package it out a little bit. Now, first off, let's just get into the setting, the arena. Now, it looks like it was a crazy atmosphere out there. They had WrestleCon. It seems like they invited almost everybody. If they didn't invite them, they just came or something, because there was rumors that Bray Wyatt was out there. AEW stars out there. You seen in the shout out to the Hall of Famers. Good Hall of Fame class. Undertaker with that incredible speech. They finally let the Steiner brothers in, one of my favorite tag teams, and let them in. Their son was able to induct them into it. Big Van Vader, Sharmell the Queen, Booker T's wife, and I think that was am I forgetting anybody? Hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody, but that was dope. Also, shout out NXT, that pay-per-view they had in the morning It was more than here, but it was in the daytime. Texas. They put on a big, pretty good show. All the matches were pretty decent. We had a ladder match in there for the North American Championship, tag team championships. Female tag team championships changed hands. They had a male tag team championship match, heavyweight title match with Dolph Ziggler, rebuilding his brand there. They'll be in a lot in the future. I don't know what's going on with Tommaso Ciampa. I don't know Ciampa, if I'm saying that right. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Something with him and Triple H. Triple H I think is coming back to NXT, and Ciampa, man, he might be coming to the main roster, and man, good luck with. Hopefully they don't waste his talent. He can go. Yeah. So let me go with my notes. Back to WrestleMania. The setting. So Dallas AT&T Arena. Okay. Not to complain. One of the best stadiums or arenas in the country, hands down. The setup was like, I don't know if they can go dome or something. I forgot, but I know the field is on the floor and you kind of like swoop down on it. So I'm pretty sure when you're in there as a wrestler, first time or even if it's your third time, the atmosphere was probably electric. Usually in WrestleMania, I could tell like, it's like, oh man, it's a gang of people. And you really can't. It still gave me the Monday Night Raw, SmackDown vibes the way it was set up. Besides the fact they had that long ramp, but they were in there, 70,000 deep. You know what I'm saying? So looked pretty electric though. Looked pretty electric. First match came in and it was all about the entrances, man. The first one was Boog and Shinsuke Nakamura versus the Uso, and Shinsuke Nakamura is always going. He has one of the legendary entrances in WWE WrestleMania history. He came down kind of just like how he comes down. Oh bad, y'all. See, I told you I was under the weather. Kind of like how he comes down with in Raw, but nothing to take nothing that. It's still dope. Nothing to take away from that. But he came down, played to it. Usos came down, and Usos, man, they wrapped up the game and pretty much did it clean. They just out tag team those two. They're gonna have a little controversy where the muscle man was saying Boogs, his knees went out. He kind of worked that out. So yeah, and the bloodline still on. You know what I mean? So that wasn't a bad match. That part where his knee buckled, it kind of like a botch, but then you had the Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. I'm just, I'm happy it's over. Corbin finally lost the match after he hasn't lost since he won the lottery or whatever in the summer. Another gimmick, but cool, I'm just happy it's over. Drew McIntyre, wow, man, he went from the main level guy to back down to the mid card, but hopefully there's a step forward for him. The Mysterios versus Logan Paul and The Miz. Let's unpack that. So, I think it's kind of dope. First of all, father and son tag team. They came down the ring and got a good ovation. One had the American suit on, one had the Mexican suit on. So that was dope, pulling that together. And Logan Paul and Miz came down. They black and yellow. They kind of looked like a real tag team and stuff. Look like they belong together and things like that. But all in all, the match was pretty entertaining. You can watch it and it's not goofy or anything like that. And Logan Paul, besides being just kind of green, he looks like he belongs. True heel, has the body for it. The shape, the look. He can probably get in there and with more wrestling sets be the guy. And I think they're gonna have him along because I'll tell you why. They really they had the match pretty much wrapped up. This Mysterios did, and I thought they would win, but like the Miz does, being resourceful at last minute, he did his magic and he got in where he fit in, and then he was able to pin one of the Mysterios or was it Logan who pinned him? Well, either way, It looked like the Mysterios was going to win, and out of nowhere, Miz came up and cashed in. Well, what I wasn't expecting, and it took me by surprise when they were raising their hand, and it doesn't surprise me now, but he took Logan Paul and did his finisher. What is it? The last whatever it's called. I forget. All that means, you know, he's a future Hall of Famer, but he turned on Logan Paul. So that's gonna be a storyline. It's gonna be like, you know, it's not enough room for two superstars, and you're a D-lister, and blah blah blah, and they're gonna fight again. I know it's a setup for them fighting again, and them doing more stuff with Logan Paul. Like, well, that's dope. That's good, man. You know, there's always a celebrity on WrestleMania trying to get in. You know, wrestling Shaq. You know, all these Mike Tyson, Mr. T back in the day. It's all, you know, they're in there. That's what WrestleMania is about. So that was an interesting take, you know, on that. So we'll see what happens, and then Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. First of all, Bianca Belair. Becky Lynch came in with, you know, wardrobe was dope. You know, came in like her usual self, got a good ovation. But Bianca Belair, man, she brought the one Southern Texas. Hopefully it's the Southern Texas University marching band out with them. Man, they killed that. They killed her music, and then she came in, and then they was playing the music with her. Oh man, it was dope. She came in, and they were actually just going at it from the jump, and I'm talking about moves after moves. It was kind of action packed. Like I was surprised online people aren't putting more light on this match because they're saying it's pretty good or all the matches sucked besides some of them, and they don't mention this one. I was like, this was one of the ones right here. But Becky, big time Becky Betts or whatever. She I don't know if she's gonna take a break or what, but she's out the championship, you know. And Bianca Belair, man, had her moment last year, rolled into it, and then I'll have her new moment. And shout out to WrestleMania, because when COVID was going on, man, WrestleMania was just bad. It was, just to be honest, I tried to salvage it. It was 2 nights, no audience. They just had it. They just forced it anyway. A lot of people said they were forcing it, and they did it, and it just didn't pop. But as you could expect, but they turned it around now that they can have fans and things like that. So that was dope. What else we got, man? What else we got? So we went over that. Boom, boom. Man, so Seth freaking Rollins. Basically got his way into WrestleMania by hook or by crook, and Vince McMahon said, "Yeah, I'm gonna let you come in and I'm gonna let you face a mystery opponent." I thought it was could have been so many people, because the mystery opponent was tweeting on Twitter, just saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna take your WrestleMania moment like I took your belt." And I'm like, who took his belt? And you know, you have to think about the Fiend, because he took his belt before, and he was like, who else took his belt? Who else could it be? Dang, is it the Undertaker? I don't know if he took his belt. And you know, I'm not gonna say that was all a sham, but it was kind of like a technicality. The person that showed up, which is Cody Rhodes from AEW, and it's been rumored that he's coming to WWF. Everybody knew he was coming. Was when. Pretty much a dream match. He came down, big pop, you know, because everybody's expecting it, but didn't think it would happen, but it happened, and big pop for Seth Rollins too. He had his little choir out there, man. Man, his little entrance go. So they had a decent matchup, man. They had a decent matchup, real technical, and you know, in his age, the American Nightmare can still go. We know Seth Rollins can go, man. And they had one, and I don't know if it's gonna be a series now, but they went at it, and good match. If y'all didn't see it, y'all can check it out. But Cody ended up winning his first one out the gate, and it was symbolic of a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? 6 years out the WWE, he was an undercard guy, mid-card guy when he left, and gimmick, and now he made his own brand, and he came back and was like, hey, now I'm doing this for myself. You know, let's go. You know, it was a moment, y'all. Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, a real build up for this match, and did it really pop like that? I don't think so. They kind of made it where, nice entrances for Charlotte Flair. You know what I'm saying? Ronda Rousey, did her thing. She just walked down to the ring and, kind of like badass style and gets to business. But yeah, the way they kind of orchestrated the match for her to win is kind of like kind of homage to her pop. They're just playing the game, get it done, however you can get it done. But it shows that you can't beat Ronda Rousey. So what's next for Ronda Rousey? You know what I'm saying? She's not like an every night fighting type person. So we're gonna see what happens with that. But Charlotte ended up squeaking one out, and it wasn't really. They made it seem more than it was while they were commentating, but it wasn't really like a classic like that or anything like to just brag and boast about. They got the match done, but hey, they main evented WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? So not many people can say that, and definitely not many women. And shout out to the women that's main eventing WrestleMania nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, they had that, and then the last, which was the biggest surprise. Not surprised as far as who's going to be on there, but it was the KO show featuring Stone Cold Steve Austin as a guest, and KO was trying to get in WrestleMania like Seth Rollins was, and that's the way he got in. He just trying to trash talk Texas, and he called out the Rattlesnake, and Rattlesnake came, and it was crazy because I was like, it would be dope if he just turns out and wrestles like they don't, they were gonna fight scriptedly or whatever, because let's just face it, Stone Cold is out of wrestling for a couple of reasons. He had a bad neck injury, so he probably has issues with his neck, his back. His knees are shot. You know what I'm saying? But as you see him on TV and all these different little appearances. He still looks pretty good, in decent shape for his age. You know what I mean? So it was tough. It's like it's probably gonna be a short thing, but it's gonna be good to hear the pop of him come out and everything. And it was. And KO's golden on the mic. You know what I'm saying? And so is Stone Cold. So they had a little exchange, and then they just set up a match. They set up a match, and they had like a legit wrestling match, no holds barred, and they actually went at it, you know what I'm saying? And the distances they walked and traveled, fighting up and down the stands and everything, I'm like, man, that dude is probably gonna be screaming at the end. But shout out to Stone Cold, man. He gave the fans what they wanted at the whole town, man, and it'll be good. And Kevin Owens really looked like he took a beating. Like it looked like he got worn out. Like for real, it was like legit. It wasn't even like it looked like he was tired. And Stone Cold was like drinking beer and all kind of stuff during. It didn't look like he was tired at all, man. And he brought his brother out at the end. It was dope, man. The WrestleMania this is night 1 and night 2 is still coming up today. So it's it was dope to see. You know what I mean? It was put together very well. So. That's that. Moving on. Switching gears. We got NCAA Final Four tournament. Instant classic last night. The first time UNC and Duke has faced each other in the NCAA tournament. Believe it or not. Bitter rivals. First time. And this is happened to be going to be possibly Coach K's last game. And it was Coach K's last game. He's eliminated. I don't like any of the blue blood teams like that. So, I really don't like Duke. I really don't like UNC. But out of both of them, I really don't like UNC. But I wanted Duke to win. But not only just for Coach K to keep his run going, but just I don't like Duke or UNC. But they had the better team. They were going at it back and forth, and they overcame a lot, man. It was a great game. So they're headed, and then it was UConn versus Villanova versus Kansas. And then Kansas pulled that one out. So we're going to see Kansas versus UNC all a battle of the blue bloods. Excuse me, y'all. Told y'all, under the weather. Battle of the blue bloods. That's gonna be one to look at. That's gonna be one to look at because it's gonna be interesting to see who pulls out It's going to be a good matchup. It's going to be back and forth. It's going to be close. We'll see who pulls it out, you know what I'm saying, and what young stars are going to emerge, you know, out of this. So it's interesting, man. First final, well, it's happened before, but first Final Four in a minute, you know, you see all the blue blood teams, you know what I'm saying, just in there. But anyway, shout out to the, you know, NCAA, man, making stuff exciting all the time. Tournament is always exciting, and, you know, good to see Coach K go out, man. He's responsible for so many changing so many young men's lives, man. You know, whether it be via the draft, via mentoring, getting a degree, you know, father figure. Even in the USA basketball team when he was there, you know, coaching stars. He coached Kobe, LeBron, Carmelo together, man. You know, Coach K is legendary, man. Without even stepping on the NBA scene like that, you know what I'm saying? Legendary in college and just basketball, period. His tree is unquestionable. Shout out Coach K. All right, man. So now we got the unboxing, man. Just before I do that, man, shout out to my homies podcast, On the Spot, At the Spot. Check that out on Spotify. I'll put the link in the description. All the current topics and just, you know, just talking, spin game, you know what I'm saying, and some stuff you ain't gonna hear on other podcasts, you know, just being real, you know what I'm saying, and you gonna miss it if you don't listen, you know what I'm saying. So it's gonna be in the description, On the Spot, At the Spot podcast, and it's the On the Spot, At the Spot After Dark. Check them out, you know what I mean. It's gonna be in the description, man. They on Spotify and all other platforms. Check them out. Yep. So I had these kicks, and I promise y'all I slowed down on kicks now because I could have got the fives that just popped up out of nowhere on the Nike app, and I just was like, you know what, do I need these? Nah, not really. I gotta make some content and see if I want them later. Yeah, but it's not worth. Let me slow down on the shoes, y'all. And they've been kind of trash coming out lately. So yeah, so. Got the Nike black box, you know, but this one, if you can see it, it's got that gloss to it. So I wonder what's in here. So, no, just on my Air Jordan 1 high kick. So, yeah, first time seeing them in person, y'all. I mean, at least in my hand. Yeah, oh, that finish is nice. Just like the box. Man, check that out. Yeah, so, I mean, so I'm late. A lot of people already have these. The ones that got lucky and got them, and, you know, if you bought them after a resale, but you got some laces in there, of course. Got the switch up. But, yeah, with these, I really wanted them. They came out, I think, around Christmas time. Couldn't hit on them, but it was all good. I got lucky. I didn't get them for retail price, but I got them for the good resale. So shout out to my plug, man. You know, they hooked it up. Yeah, but yeah, it wasn't a bad price afterwards. So you got the laces. Let's see, check out the other shoes. Let me see if they usually have a white pair of laces too. So you know, I don't see those. Nope, not in the box. So, you know, right and left. Oh, you know, so these are, you know, the Air ones. Everybody wears red and black, blah, blah, blah. But these are different because they're, you know, they're patent. And as long as you can get wrinkles on these things, keep these things clean. It's got to keep that white wall clean. You good to go. One second. Man. Telling y'all I'm feeling under the weather, but I'm at home, so I'm good. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Bless myself. So, yeah, you got the man, you got the little, you know, the ornament on the side, keychain or whatever, and turn that into something. That's cool. I love these. I don't need self-explanatory, man, but you know, they just looks like something different in person, you know. Yeah, the only thing is them white walls, man. You just gotta keep them clean. But you know, we got products for that, you know what I mean? So This is a good pickup for me. I like it. Hopefully y'all love it. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Let me know if y'all got lucky and picked that up on the first go around. So to wrap up everything, you know what I mean? I want to say it's April 2nd. I want to say April 2nd or we April 3rd. April 3rd. April 1st was the 129th birthday of the Navy Chief Petty Officer. So shout out to all my brothers and sisters. Happy birthday to them. Belated. You know, I wasn't able to get on camera before that, but you know, got to see some good brothers retire. My brother, man, Master Chief Gary Sartain, man. Gary Sartain, big bro for real. You know, I would not be where I'm at if I wasn't for him, and a lot of people have to admit that. You know what I'm saying? Not just for me, you know, for other people. So shout out to him. He put us first a lot of times, man. Now he gets to put his family and himself first, and that's great, man. Also, congratulations on him, 30 years of service, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations, happy birthday to the Chief Petty Officers, and until next time, I'm glad I'm able to be back, you know what I'm saying? Still under the weather, as you can see, but we in the house, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get right, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get our vitamins in, and we're gonna be good to go and get back at y'all, man. Until next time, man, long live D-Mac. Inglewood, though.